What is hindsight bias? I woke up this morning with the worst case of the guilts and mad hindsight bias this morning, so I wanted to talk about it. For the last couple of weeks, I've been helping organise a physiotherapy workshop for vet nurses, and I've been so caught up with organising notes and catering, venue and who's coming and all that kind of stuff, and I hadn't really had time to digest and think about it. And I'm glad I did this morning because it's going to set me up for Sunday when the workshop actually happens. So hindsight bias, as many of you may know, my boy Opie, he was diagnosed with hip dysplasia and a bulging disc, this time 4 years ago. So he went to the specialist, he had an MRI scan, and we got a diagnosis. So with that diagnosis, we were able to kind of change his routine a little bit. We went on shorter walks. He went to a physiotherapist. We changed his medications so that he was more comfortable. And with this hindsight bias, I was thinking, well, what if I hear on the weekend at this workshop that there could have been different ways that I could have managed his pain? What if there's different techniques now? There's definitely different drugs available now that can help with pain and mobility. And I was thinking then, oh my God, I'm the shittest parent. Like, why wouldn't I have given him every chance to live a comfortable life with this back issue and his hips? And hindsight bias. So I had to break it down. I had to write a list of what was I doing for him then, with the power and the knowledge that I knew then. I was doing everything that I possibly could. And yes, 4 years later, there's definitely different medications, different techniques that we can do. And you may find this in your own situation, that whether it's a cancer treatment or, some type of therapy that they weren't receiving back then because we didn't have that information at the time. So hindsight bias can be an absolute kick in the guts. It can really make ourselves doubt what we did with our animals at that moment. But like I say, I had to kind of do a mental list of, no, he was going to the physio fairly regularly so that he could get pain medication, so he could get pain relief. He was on all the medications that we could give him safely for him to live a better quality of life. His diet had changed so that he could lose a little bit of weight, so there was less strain on his muscles and joints. And we changed his routine. We weren't going for 5K walks every day because he just couldn't handle that. So we were doing a lot more enrichment stuff and playing different games, doing trick training, stuff that was better for his body, that he wasn't able to, stand for long periods of time because he was in so much pain. So I just wanted to jump on and say, yes, hindsight bias is a thing. If we could go back with a crystal ball and see how things would have turned out, or gone into the future and grabbed those bits of knowledge that we know now and incorporated that into back then of course we would. But please just be kind to yourself, that you did the best you could with the information that you had at the time for your fur babies. So yeah, please don't beat yourself up on it. I know I've been through it as well. The guilt does get in there, but we have to break it down and know that we have done the best thing for our babies. So just a little rundown on what hindsight bias is to me. And if you have any comments, if you've been through this before, please drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Okay, bye for now.